Welcome back to Bloom. From the time we're young, we're always taught to cover up, and for many women, this shapes how we see our bodies for the rest of our lives.
Joining us now to break the stigma is breast radiologist and the author of Everyone Has Boobies, Dr. Robyn Roth.
Dr. Roth,
Hi.
welcome to Bloom.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here.
Now, Dr. Roth, our society places some stigma, there's some shame surrounding breasts still in this day and age.
Yes.
What inspired you to get into this line of work?
Well, as a breast radiologist, I see people all day and they're there to talk about their breasts, and it's usually in moments of fear and anxiety. And what I realize is that we all feel some sort of way about our breasts, and that starts when we're young, because I'm also a mom of 3 young kids, and I realize we don't give kids the tools early on to talk about breasts. When we do, we talk about them in whispers, and we're taught kind of inadvertently to be shameful about our breasts. And when actually they're just parts of our amazing bodies, they're pretty magical when you think about it, and everybody has boobies. So that's why I decided to write my children's book, Everyone Has Boobies.
And you also talk about the rise in young breast cancer. Has researched a new alarming high with the greatest rise in women in their 20s. Can you speak to why you believe that this is happening?
Well, that's why I wanted to write a children's book, because I wanted to give parents a tool to talk about breast cancer with their children. This opens up the conversation. But we are seeing a rise in young breast cancer. I've seen this in my clinic, but this is what decades of data over the past decade has shown, is that younger and younger women are getting diagnosed with breast cancer. No longer is it an old person's disease. And I think it's multifactorial. It's not one thing, but it's many lifestyle factors that are going into play. Number one, we lead more sedentary lifestyles. We have higher rates of obesity. Number two, we're exposed to just more hormones throughout our lifetime, where children are getting their periods younger, and we have more late childbirth. And then also there's other lifestyle changes such as alcohol, smoking, those contribute. And then there are things that are out of our control, like environmental factors that we know are on the rise. So because of all those reasons, we are seeing younger and younger women who are developing breast cancer. Most of them don't have family histories or genetic mutations. It seems to be like a fluke incident, but it is happening more and more.
And there's ways that we can check for this ourselves. I think as women, we hear, check yourself every month in the shower, but a lot of us don't know the correct way to do this.
Well, I'm so glad you asked. So I have here my perfect little boob that is perfect to teach the self-breast exam. I am a very strong proponent of the self-breast exam, checking your breasts once a month to make sure that you don't notice any changes. You're never too young to start learning how your breasts normally look and feel. Because like I said, we're seeing a rise in young breast cancer. Most of these women are not being screened routinely, average risk women don't start screening until 40. Mm-hmm. So the only way we're really going to catch young breast cancer is by doing a monthly self-breast exam. And it's so simple. I talk about it every month on my platform, the Boobie Docs, but basically you're going to look at your breasts in the mirror, looking at any changes in size, shape, contour. Is your nipple pointing in when it used to point out? Things like that are things that you need to pay attention to. And then you're actually going to you're going to use the pads of 2 fingers, doing a circular motion around the breast, making sure to not miss the armpit or the clavicle. You actually have breast tissue up there, also squeezing the nipple for any changes. And what we're really looking for are lumps that don't go away with your period, changes in skin, dimpling, bloody nipple discharge. All of those can be signs of breast cancer. So my word to your listeners is, if you notice a change, bring it to the attention of your doctor as soon as you can. And most of the time it's not going to be anything to worry about. There's lots of benign reasons that it could be, such as dense breast tissue or cysts, but we don't want to miss those young breast cancers that are out there. So it's really just important to be your own breast advocate.
I want to talk to you about something that I'm sure is very controversial,
Yes.
and that is some very respected oncologists and doctors are getting online, and they're saying that mammograms and pushing that radiation directly into the breast year after year after year is causing breast cancer. And you do see first it's at 50, now it's at 40. We're seeing younger and younger women, and it just begs the question, are mammograms causing breast cancer?
Yeah, so this is what keeps me up at night. This is kind of why I decided to get online, is that these lies that people are spreading. Yes, mammograms have a very small amount of radiation. It's an X-ray of the breast, but that's really the only way that we can detect microcalcifications, which can be the earliest sign of breast cancer. But that small amount, the amount of radiation in a mammogram is equivalent to about flying cross country or 7 weeks of background radiation. We're exposed to small amounts of radiation all the time, but that small amount of breast cancer allows us to find the microcalcifications that can be the earliest sign of breast cancer. Ultrasound and MRI are great supplements to your annual mammogram, but they don't replace mammography because they can't detect those early signs. And a lot of the times, the people that are trying to scare you away from getting a mammogram are trying to sell you something alternatively that is not approved to screen for breast cancer, such as a thermogram or QT imaging. That's just a fancy ultrasound. So it's buyer beware. And we have seen breast cancer rates are rising, and we're seeing improved survival rates. And that's because we're catching it early. So it's taking one step forward and two steps back when we start spreading misinformation like this online.
Well, you're right. It was really alarming to hear. Thank you for the clarification, Dr. Roth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get those mammograms and check your boobies. We appreciate you. And of course, we'll share Dr. Roth's story on Bloom Tampa Bay.
And we'll be back with more Bloom right after this.